How's it going, everyone? Luxeley here on my Hunter, whose name happens to be Luxeley. I wonder if that's where I got the channel name from. And I'm in Eye of the Storm. Now, when I play my Hunter, I'm constantly switching up PvP talents, regular talents, running a lot of different combos and builds based on the situation. And the situation here is Explosive Trap and Sentinel, two things I definitely want. Sometimes I'll go with Binding Shot, sometimes I'll go with Camouflage just so I could sneak around. That's just an oversight. Usually I don't run Camouflage with this, but here's the reason why I'm doing the Sentinel. You have a window of about 16 to 20 seconds to do some very big damage, both AoE or even single target, it doesn't matter. It's pretty big damage with that window with the Sentinel, where they constantly apply the Hunter's Mark, plus your Sidewinders are hitting them Hunter's Mark, so you got some pretty big instant cast damage. That's AoE, strong damage. And I'm doing that in this Battleground. Now, if it was a different Battleground, chances are I'm not going to run that, but I'm running it in this Battleground because I know that there's a cluster here. I know that there's a bottleneck here, a very small space where people converge on a point to get the flag, and it's a great opportunity to do some AoE, and it's a great opportunity to run the Sentinel, and that's why I'm running the Sentinel. And of course, Explosive Trap to knock people off, because basically I'm a 5-year-old, and I just still get a kick out of watching people fly and basically drop to their death, but it's okay, they come back. That's just World of Warcraft, that's the way it works. So that's what I'm running. I'm constantly switching builds, so if you see something that just doesn't make sense, you play your Hunter Wise Looks, you doing that, well, chances are I could be just mixing and matching and trying different things, or maybe I saw something in a situation like this situation. This is a cluster. There's a bottleneck here. Every single Eye of the Storm, except maybe even Rated's Eye of the Storm, there's that cluster here, there's that bottleneck here, and it's a really good opportunity to run the Sentinel. So that's why I do it. And the healers, of course, hanging out in the back. And oh, look at that. Nah, that's just luck. That's just luck. I got lucky there. A little bit of a Shaman. You see, Shaman lived for that too. I guarantee that guy has had Thunderstorm for the last 10 years, just like I've had my Explosive Trap, and he just loves it. He just loves it. Every time he does it, it's like the first time he did it. I know the feeling, bro. I know the feeling, and you didn't get me. You almost got me because I did the disengage thing. I got lucky. I got lucky. It happens sometimes. Hey, it happens against me as well. Now, that wasn't on purpose, I don't think. I don't know. I misclick a lot. I really do. I mean, but that's normal. I think we all do. Do you guys ever misclick, you know, because you have fat thumbs like me, and you press the wrong button? You know, because maybe your brain, like my brain often works faster than my body, so sometimes I'm just like smashing buttons, but because my brain is always spinning, it's always spinning, it's always spinning. That's me. So let's see, the score is 2-2, and we are ahead by not that much. See, this is definitely one of those Eye of the Storms where everything in mid really matters, because we have 2 bases, they have 2 bases. This is where the fight is, this is where I am, and mostly because of my knockback, but also because I do have some pretty big AoE. And see, there's the Sentinel. Now, they're not going to move. They are not going to move, so I'll just sit here, and I'll just have some fun. A little bit of a tip there. This is, I mean, the Sentinel, like I said, is very situational, and this is one of those situations where you might want to use it. I think I might have to make a Hunter guide. Not that it's probably going to get a lot of views right now, because I've noticed in general, regardless what Blizzard is saying, Brian Holinka, who, you know, if I ever got married, I'd make him my best man. I honestly would. I really love the guy. I think he's great. And I would venture to say that he's taking lying to an art, where he turns around and he says, "Oh, PvP participation is higher than we expected." Oh, really? He didn't say it's higher than it was last season. He didn't say it was higher than it was last X-Pack or the X-Pack prior to that. He said it was higher than expected, which leads me to believe that they had this is a really bad spot for Warriors right now, I have to say, but very low expectations of the numbers for PvP. And I was actually very surprised when I saw this latest invitational, or this latest tournament that Blizzard was sponsoring on Twitch, had about 16,000 followers, which I was very surprised to see that. Very surprised, because even when Holinka did his PvP Q&A, he didn't even get half of that. He had about 7,000 viewers, and now I guess maybe because this is more of an international thing and this is players from other places, I think in Europe WoW has a stronger fan base than it does here in the States right now. That could very well change, but that there's no fact for that. That's just my feel. What's your feel? What do you think that there are, like, if you had to put a number on how many subscribers are in the game right now? We're talking active subscribers, people that log in at least once every other day. What would you put that sub number at? Leave it in the comments. I'm really, really curious to hear this, because I don't want to constantly hear myself. I want a conglomerate of information and really get a feel for what other people are doing and what other people's thoughts are. And because it helps me make, it honestly does, it helps me make more informed videos. I mean, a lot of times when I don't know things as facts, I just kind of break it down into logic, or I break it down into indicators from the past. And I'd like some feedback from you guys. Put an over-under. If I told you there were 6 million subscribers, would you guys bet on the over, or would you guys bet on the under? Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Interesting thing. I often run the survival tactics PvP talent where, yeah, now I'm dead. Thanks for playing, Lux. I often run that talent to get the dots off me. That's kind of my default talent, but I do switch among them. And what's interesting is I notice that I don't take a lot of damage when I wipe off the Unstable Affliction. I'll get silenced and also the Horrify. It's actually worse for me to wipe off the Vampiric's Touch, because I'll easily get horrified, and that's worse than me being silenced. Although some people would certainly put some money down, good money, to have me silenced. They just don't want to listen to me. And that's okay. You can always mute me. Mute's an option, and you could always play your favorite music. Like if you weren't going to be listening to me, what music would you be listening to? Yep, there's the Sentinel again. And I got knocked back, and we do it again. Now twice they tried to knock me back, and twice this shaman, I can't say he failed. I just happened to be aware. I saw the shaman. As soon as if I didn't know the shaman was in mid, I wouldn't have it in my mind, pre-programmed, disengage if I get knocked off. Disengage. And that's why I was purposely saving the disengage. So sometimes you got to keep that in mind in this situation. You got to think to yourself, well, what can possibly happen? Well, there's a shaman here. He's going to be really excited if he could knock me back, so I'm going to be aware that that could happen, and it works. It works. And you often, you know, even in arena, or even when you're fighting a paladin, you know he gets low on health. You just anticipate that bubble is going to pop up, and suddenly everybody's going to have a bubble bath, and we're going to be blowing bubbles, and then you got to get your distance, because he can still do big damage. You know, that's Blizzard logic for you. Paladins can do 100% damage with a 10-second forbearance. Yeah, good idea. Come on, Jupo. Jupo's got all kinds of dots on him. Elemental Blast. Hey, honor level 13, you're dead. And thank you for playing, Jupo. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. No, I don't want the flag. Is that a druid? That's a gnome. Only gnomes. They look like 5-year-olds, don't they? They really do. It's almost like, don't you ever have that feeling that gnomes are going to ask you for ice cream at any given time? Can you buy me some ice cream? Good humor. Can you buy me some ice cream? Now, here's another situation where he goes into Bladestorm. I can't CC him, which kind of sucks, but the gnome was able to get away from him. He's actually doing some clever stuff. I think he's a hunter. I'm not 100% sure. And looks like he lost the flag. Yes, he did. And what is this guy doing? Dude, no, don't do it. You got a lot to live for. No, I'm trying to stop it. No. Wow, that's a first. That is a pro move right there. That is a pro move. Let me make a great play and take the flag away from the gnome hunter and just run off and jump off the side with a flag. Fucking pro, man. Pro play. Gotta love it. I think it was a gnome hunter because I saw a trap fly back. I'm not as concerned about who and what my team is doing as much as I'm concerned about the other team. And once again, He's just blade storming up a storm, and he's just not realizing Sentinel, and it's thanks for playing. Gotta love warriors like that, man. They just think blade storm, game it. Blade storm, GG. You know, that's what gives warriors the bad name. You know, the blade storm, GG kind of warriors. Yeah, there are a lot of warriors that are very, very skilled. Zira happens to be one of them. And I understand he's out there, and he's got 2 pocket healers. He's got 2 people setting up kills for him. But the fact of the matter is, he's also a target, and, you know, people don't target me. Matter of fact, it's interesting. Towards the end of WoD, I would say at least once a day, people would recognize me on my Hunter or my Shadow Priest in BGs. I got recognized a lot. Now, I can't even think of once in Legion that people recognize me. Now, granted, I haven't been playing my Hunter or Shadow Priest as much in Legion up until recently. But still, I'm just really surprised. I used to get recognized quite a bit during WoD. People would be very, very nice and say nice things. Love the transmog videos. Love the PvP, new PvP. Really nice things they say. Nobody really ever says anything nasty. And I just don't see anybody. I mean, and that's what makes me kind of believe that... Uh-oh, mind fray. That's what makes me kind of believe that, you know, the sub numbers are pretty bad right now. Or at least as far as PvP is concerned, things are just not as good as they were, as far as numbers-wise, as they were in WoD or as they were in MoP. And I have nothing to back that up. That's just my feelings. Let me know your thoughts on that. I think that's the 3rd time I say it, so I'm not going to say it anymore. So we're in pretty good shape. We have 3 bases now and the flag, and he's dead. And it's thanks for playing. See, I just did something, did my team a solid. Here comes somebody who's a bit late to the party. You got to get better internet so you get your invitation on time, because now you're just going to get fucked up because you're here too late. You're here too late, man. It's like everybody's on Eastern time and you're on Pacific time. It's just no. Yeah, now you realize it's a mistake. He's trying to get away, Is he going to do it? My guess is no. And it's thanks for playing. So we're definitely ahead and in good shape for this Battleground. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had some fun. Those two knockbacks where the Shaman tried to get me and I disengaged back on. Once is luck, twice you figure it out. Tell me what you think it is. And also, gotta love that Rogue. He's a new PvP clip. We'll say hello to him later, I'm sure, in some other clip. He just was great. And it's thanks for playing. Frequent flyer miles for him. Sentinel flying around. Dead. Thanks for playing. This is fun. I gotta say, this is fun. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Luxley saying, guys, whatever it is by you, I don't care if it's morning or it's afternoon or it's night, do your best to make it epic. Make it count. Luxley out.